Okay, so for those who are interested in what my mom is doing, I'm going to go through, this is, I don't know, version 6 or 7 or whatever of the Grandma Julie protocol. That's my mom, and my kids call her Grandma Julie. So she lives with me, and so we've been, as a family, going through a lot of these changes together as much as possible. But this is essentially the spreadsheet that she made to keep track, because I would read stuff and I would annotate what I wanted her, and this is I think a good spreadsheet to, as you can see, she would check off when she does things. But this is it in a nutshell, so I'm just going to go down the line, and I'll try and talk about where I've adjusted things here and there again. So we would make this, and then you would add things, and then that would go into a subsequent week. So first off, my mom has done a great job of exercising. She loves pickleball, and so she's kept that up between chemo days. Her chemo days are Monday. She does do a fast before chemo, so she'll do a 24-hour fast before chemo. What that does is that essentially reduces the glucose in your blood. Like you drop your glucose levels so that, you know, your chemo is essentially taken in more so by the cancer, which typically has a high glucose intake. So it's supposed to, fasting before is supposed to maximize chemo. And then also, because the cancer is absorbing more of the chemo, it's supposed to help with some of the other side effects post-chemo. My mom has had no nausea following chemo. She's done all 3. She's about to go into surgery. So she's had no nausea, no constipation. Excuse me. And I do credit her fasting and things like berberine with helping her nausea or lack of nausea post chemo. So she hasn't taken a nausea medicine, right? She was prescribed 3 for post chemo. Hasn't needed a single one so far. So we're happy that we've found alternatives that have kept her appetite up. So with that, she does exercise. She does do IV vitamin C through her naturopath. She's about to start ozone, so she'll do that following her surgery. So she's scheduled for that. We do follow I'll say a mostly keto diet. We did clean out a lot of our, I'll say, garbage food, all of our high starch, our rices, our pastas, and my kids still do have some of that, but you know, she's been meat and veggies, no fruit even. I am looking to add in fruit again at some point, but we consider ourselves in the kill phase, as described in the Jane McClellan book, How to Start Cancer. So we do consider ourselves still in the kill phase. So she doesn't want to eat fruit, essentially anything with sugar. She doesn't want anything with sugar until she's in remission. Brazil nuts, she actually doesn't like Brazil nuts, so we took that off. But I try and get her to eat Brazil nuts because of the selenium in there. And that is supposed to help with post-chemo recovery. Broccoli pills, that she calls them broccoli pills. It's Mara Labs, M-A-R-A Labs. You can get it through Amazon. But it's essentially like the bioavailable compounds found in broccoli that are supposed to be anti-cancer. So she has those 6 pills a day. Bitter apricot, she does. These are organic apricot pills that are apricot kernels. Our dosage was she worked up to 1 kernel per 5 kilograms of weight. So she worked up to that. Then she lost about 30 pounds. So she's sitting at about 130. She's still doing 15 a day. From some of the sites that I've seen, that is a higher dose than most. She doesn't seem to have any side effects from it. So she's aware of this and okay with this. So I just want to say that she worked up to that, and that was the dosing that we went with, was 1 per 5 kilogram, and then she just kept it after she lost weight. She chops up garlic. Garlic and onions are phenomenal for cancer. So she chops up garlic. So 2 cloves, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. lets it sit out for 15 to 30 minutes. That's supposed to aerate the chemicals in the garlic, so when you ingest them, it's supposed to be more anti-cancer. So she chops them up and swallows them like a pill. The green tea extract, she doesn't like tea, so she takes this in a pill. So again, six a day with that. That brand is through Thorne, Thorne. I do have a subscription through them. Obviously, I don't make money off of this, but that's just the brand that I use. That was recommended off the FLCCC Alliance website, which I was already looking at for long COVID support. But I trust Thorne. I'd already had a bunch of supplements through them, so a lot of her supplements are through Thorne. Potassium, she has trouble with leg cramps, so she's essentially that's the recommended dosage. She can't get the pills. I mean, that's a lot of pills, 4 pills every meal. But that's the recommended daily dosage, so she's going with that. Turkey tail and reishi. So I was alternating her back and forth. I've seen both be highlighted as good for you. This is Host Defense Turkey tail. So she takes 6 a day, again, 2 with every meal. At this point now, she's pretty much just doing turkey tail. So that's highly recommend turkey tail. Vitamin D, so high dose of vitamin D. I've seen up to 20,000 IU a day. It's just easier to do 15,000. So essentially the premise is that everyone has essentially vitamin D deficiency and lack of sun. We do slather on the sunscreen in my house, so lack of vitamin D negatively impacts your immune system functioning. So we're trying to compensate for vitamin D deficiency and then also plus up for what her immune system needs to fight things. So with high dose of vitamin C, you'll see this, high dose of vitamin D, you see she's also taking magnesium and K2. So you want to take those together so that your body absorbs it. Fish oil, I would recommend a cod liver oil. According, again, to Jane McClellan book, cod liver oil has vitamins A and D, which are good for cancer. Regular fish oil, I'm trying to think, we use Arctic something or other, can have vitamin E in it. You do not want vitamin E when you're in the kill phase of cancer. So we are making that switch. It says fish oil. We were using just regular fish oil. We're going to switch to cod liver oil. And you want about 2,000 milligrams a day. So that's with that particular brand, that's what she used. Lion's Mane, that's for her neuropathy that she was getting from chemo. She started this about 2 weeks ago, I guess 3 weeks ago now. And she said that she has had a noticeable improvement in her neuropathy. So based off of that, I recommend Lion's Mane. I think she actually does, I think she might do 6 a day on this. I'll have to double check what she decided on that. And then curcumin, this is another Mera Labs thing. So this is, again, 6 a day. Curcumin through Mera Labs is one of the challenges with turmeric, and then the substance within turmeric, which is curcumin. Curcumin is the challenge of your digestive tract absorbing as much as you need. So Mera Labs supposedly has a bioavailable version, which allows for higher absorption. So that's why we went with that. So she does 6 a day of those. I do want to highlight vitamin C, okay, antioxidants, and an iron supplement. So antioxidants, low dose vitamin C, I do not recommend because that can actually help the cancer. Same with iron. She did have low iron, so we tried that for about a month and a half. Her hemoglobin, her hematocrit, her essentially her levels that were low even before chemo are still low. I'm seeing no improvement in the lab. So, and there is potential for risk in that cancer can feed off iron. So both of those two things we started and then have crossed off. We've now added as well serapeptase, TUDCA, and low-dose aspirin. That is in accordance with the Always Hope support group on Facebook. And of course, the low-dose aspirin is listed in the Jane McClellan book. Berbolete, that's another Mera Labs, so that's a berberine supplement. So she takes 6 of those a day. Here's the magnesium I was talking about. Magnesium through Thorne. Grapeseed extract through Thorn. Okay, now we're into some of the anti-parasitics. So Fen-Ben, she has gone between 2 and 4 scoops. So that dosage is 444 milligrams versus 888 milligrams. So she'll put that in her yogurt. Yes, we do yogurt. Okay, her K2 goes in there. Diatomaceous earth is another anti-parasitic. So essentially we want to like clean out any possible anti-parasitic or clean out any possible parasite that might be contributing to inflammatory responses. Again, inflammatory responses contribute to angiogenesis. So if your body is already inflamed, then your body is looking to increase blood flow to some of these locations to include cancer sites, which feeds the cancer. We don't want that. So make sure we do a parasite cleanse. Okay, so Soursop, she would do 1 to 2 milliliters. Ivermectin paste, yep, we do the paste. I don't care. I did it during COVID, and it helped me. So she'll alternate between a ½ inch and 1 inch. So we've done periods of Fen-Ben and ivermectin. Right now we're doing just Fen-Ben, then we'll switch to ivermectin. They essentially target different phases and different parasites. So we want to make sure that they don't get resistant, and we just want to switch that on and off. Ground flaxseed, 1 tablespoon, and then a probiotic. Probiotics are important for nutrient absorption and digestion. So especially post-chemo where it cleans you out, you do want to make sure that your digestive system is doing as much as you can, helping you as much as it can. Okay, so from her primary care provider, she does have mebendazole and metformin. Again, these are anti-cancer agents in accordance with the Jane McClellan book. Let's see, olive leaf extract, that was listed. I'm trying to remember where that was listed. She's been on that for a long time. Again, like just no side effects, no issues, no potential for harm, so I kept her on that. Melatonin, she's actually up to 60 milligrams a night. I've seen people go up to 150, 200 milligrams. I've seen people spread that out throughout the day. So they would do like 50 in the morning, 50 at nighttime, and then just spread it out in a variety of ways. I do want to look at her dosage on metformin. She's taking 500 milligrams once a day. I'm going to double check that. Okay, feed on grass, grounding. We do believe in grounding in my house. We have had some rain, so we kind of missed our grounding. And then the lemon water helps with pH balancing of the body. So some people are doing like a sodium bicarbonate drink where they make it and they improve their alkalinity by drinking alkaline substances such as sodium bicarbonate. I know one lady who tests her urine to see what her pH is, and so she's marked an increase in her body's pH on that. So we haven't tried that, but I know someone who has, and she's I think we're still waiting on the results on that. But so that is the Grandma Julie protocol in a nutshell. We have cut out quite a bit of this. Again, she's going in for surgery, so right now she's not taking very much of this at all. But my plan for post-surgery, again in accordance with the McClellan book, is I need to get her on a statin and a couple of the other meds that were listed. So I'm going to do a little bit more research on the meds recommended from that book as it relates to ovarian cancer. I'm in contact with her primary care, so while she's in the hospital, we can hopefully have everything set and ready so when she gets out, she can continue with her starve and kill phase. So that's it. This is me in a nutshell. Yeah, so I hope this helps. Feel free to ask questions or whatever else you need, but yeah, good luck.